Good morning, everyone. It is the 25th of September and we are here for another Thursday crafting session. My name is Alisa Tilsner. I'm a Stampin' Up demonstrator in Australia. Good morning, Jocelyn. How are you going? I'm streaming live to both YouTube and Facebook at the same time. So you may not see, you may see me answering things that you don't see. So that would be why. So I've got a few things to tell you today and show you, of course. And I thought I really liked the cling wrap technique that we did last week. So I'm going to play with that one again today using a completely different stamp set. So I'm hoping that it'll work out. I've given it a little bit of a try this morning with some colors. And I'm going to have to alter them as we actually create our card, and I'll explain a little bit more about that as we go on. Good morning, Bev. Okay, let's not muck around. Let's switch this camera view over and get stuck straight into it. So the first thing that I wanted to remind you of is the World Card Making Day, which is coming up very soon. It's on the October the 4th. That is the day that I actually have Creative Carnival, so I'll be watching on replay. But it is a free event run by Stampin' Up, and everyone who registers, even if you can't watch it live like me, everyone who registers gets a little gift. So, you know, make sure you register at least. So they will be creating with this kit here, which is available, and it is the Handmade and Heartfelt kit. So I did go through it in a previous video, but I'll just bring up what the kit contents are in case you like seeing what you get. So it's a little card holder, and there's 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 cards, but you get to make 10 of them, I believe. Yes, you get to make 10 of them. So 2 of each card you get to make. So there is still time. If you popped your order on pretty well straight away, there is still time for you to have this delivered to you in order to craft along on World Card Making Day. But in the minimum, make sure you register, because you get a little free gift from Stampin' Up when you do register. Okay, hello Marilyn, how you going? Hey Donna. Okay, so what was the other thing I was going to tell you? Oh, lots of different things. We'll chat as I've got a list in front of me. I thought I better write it down this time because there's a lot of things. So hopefully I remember to look at the list. So we are going to play today. This is sort of going to be like a little product spotlight. So we're going to play with the Delicate Pines bundle. Actually, probably only going to use this stamp set, not the bundle, but I'll show you everything anyway. So this is a really cool snowflake. Well, snowflake, yes, but it's all made out of like pine sprigs, which is pretty cool, and they all layer into each other, and little ones go into the big ones, or you can create your own. I reckon this one you could almost do like a wreath and have little pine cones in there. So it looks like it can be a really fun stamp set. So along with that, of course, is the dies, and the dies are jam-packed. There's lots of them. So the big ones will cut out the big twiggy snowflakes. There's a builder snowflake. So you can like cut out 3 of these and create them. There's other ones that you can cut out and layer them. There's some leafy backgrounds. And the other thing is that these ones here, you'll see this one will cut out and you'll have the centers left in, but there's also other dies that you can cut the centers out. So it's looking like a really fun stamp set. I haven't played with this one yet, except for my little play this morning, but it's looking like it might be quite a versatile stamp set. So if you're looking for something that's a little bit different, this would be a great bundle. Oh, Donna's already got the kit and put the box together. Wow. I know, I was thinking about doing that the other day, and then I got distracted and doing all sorts of other things, but I didn't get there. Hey, Joan, how you going? Hi, Gretchen. And Sarah, good morning. And Katrina, oh, everyone's coming in. And Deb. Okay, so this is the paper that goes along with the bundle, the suite. So it's done in greens because it's pine, so which only dawned on me, you know, very shortly ago. So reds and greens, so very oh, that one's like a pretty peacock. So now also, while I'm telling you about this, I'm also going to tell you about my birthday promotion, which has come and gone, by the way, because this sort of works in with my birthday promotion. So I am doing a layered reward system on different spend amounts. And once you hit, I think it was 140 on the spend amount, you'll actually get a share of this designer series paper. So you'll get a quarter of the pack. And I'm also going to send you the matching card stock, like a sheet of each color, so that you can use card bases and designer series paper. So that's level 3 reward. Level 4 reward is that you'll get everything on the previous rewards, plus I'm also going to send you some of the ribbon, a quarter of a roll of ribbon, which is the shaded spruce with a bit of gold around it. It's really lovely. It's very soft. And you'll get a half a pack of the embellishments as well. So these are little stars, quite shiny and lovely. And then for tier 5, I'm going to put these down here because I'm not going to use them. Tier 5 is that you go into the draw to win the big alphabet dies that are valued at $173. So that's my birthday promotion, which sort of ties in nicely with all of that. Okay, let's get crafting. So I have already I've used Balmy Blue and I've already ink blended on white cardstock. It's rough. I didn't worry about trying to make it smooth because we want the texture anyway. I am going to be using the cling wrap lifting technique again because I really liked that and I really want to play with it again. So if you missed it last week, what I've got is just a bit of paper towel. And this is actually the same paper towel as what I used last week. It dried up and I just added some more water and some scrunched up cling wrap. And I've just ink blended on my card. So I didn't bring my, I think my card from last week is sitting next to my computer. All right, so I'm just popping it into the wet paper toweling. And then I'm going to just scrunch and hold and see what we get. I don't want to, actually I want to just loosen that up a little bit because I was worried that this was going to react to it a little bit differently, because it's been sitting dry for a little bit. And I think that this blue might be a little bit stubborn. So I just want a little bit of texture. Here we go. Maybe I'll just do little lighter dots. Of course, every time you do this, it's going to turn out differently. One of my teamies, she did this technique, and she also used, you know, I don't know what to call it. You know, the mesh bag that you get with when your oranges are in them? She used some of that as well, and that turned out really, really cool. So what this is just doing is just reacting and pulling up the ink. So it's going to give a really different textured background. And I am going to have to dry this because I want to stamp onto it. So you're going to have to bear with me. Apologies, but I'm going to have to get my heat tool out and set this. Good morning, Kathleen. Awesome. All right, so let's excuse the noise. I need to get this nice and dry because I want to stamp over the top of it and I don't want it bleeding. Looks like I've got a little bit of purple coming out of the ink when it lifted. Interesting. Right, get to do the back as well. Wish there was a way to speed this bit up, but I shouldn't have said hello, Kathleen. I should have said bonjour. All right, I think we're getting there. All right, let me bring this up to the screen so you can see all of that texture that's come into that. So that's just water and cling wrap. So it gives a really, really fun texture. Okay, I'm just going to let that sit for a little bit. Oops, I think my mat has gotten, if I heat things up on there, it gets a little condensation-y and it gets wet on there. All right, so I'm going to just let that sit for a moment. I'm going to bring in, this is my little practice piece that I did this morning. So I got a little bit of the background, and this has given me a bit better background. I didn't have enough water in my little container there, but I've used Blueberry Bushel with the major stamp, and then I wanted to use a purple. So this one here is Gorgeous Grape, and I thought it's too close to my bushel, like it doesn't stand out enough. So, and then this one down here, I used Highland Heather, which still doesn't really like, they're all quite dark. So what I'm thinking I might do today is actually stamp in the Blueberry Bushel, and I might white emboss the centers, just because otherwise it's quite a heavy dark card. So that's what I thought we might do. All right, that's fairly dry. At least I hope it is. Okay, so now I'm going to bring this back in so that I can show you, because the images on the front cover are only at 80%, so that they are a whole lot bigger than what they are on the front covers. They are pretty decent sized. So we'll do, yes, Bev, you have to try this. It is really fun. It's one of those things that you could just like do a whole stack of them, let them dry naturally. You might not get so much crinkling of your cardstock, but let them dry. Okay, so this is Blueberry Bushel, and just making sure that we're all inked up nicely. And I'm going to, I suppose Azure Afternoon would, I'm having thoughts now. Okay, all right. Here's the, I haven't tested it, but should I continue on with Blueberry Bushel, or should I try the Azure Afternoon, which might be a bit brighter? Let me see if I can just do, you always test these things out, right? All right, you can barely see it because I've run out of room, but it's a lighter blue. Or should I keep going with the Blueberry Bushel? Let me know. Blueberry Bushel and white, or I could do the Azure. See, the problem is that once I've stamped it, I can't unstamp it, right? That's the tricky one. So that'll, oh, hairs everywhere. That'll give me a nice light one. This will give me a heavier one. So let me know what you think. Oh, I'm stumped now. Have to wait for catch up because there's a bit of a delay, so that's why I'm just waiting. And then I usually, you know, make a decision and then Azure. Okay, good. Okay, we're starting to get answers rolling in. Good, because normally I go, oh well, I'll just make up my own mind, and then everyone tells me the opposite. So okay, Azure. Okay, well, okie dokie. Looks like I'm changing. Looks like I'm changing colors here. Okay, cool. Rightio. We'll put this one aside. I was actually thinking Pacific Point, but we don't have that one anymore. So, all right. And then I could try Gorgeous Grape with that. That might look different. And I should have done another piece so that I could practice around on. Anyway, it is what it is, right? Okay. All right, so that is completely different, and it's going to be nice and bright on this blue. So, all right. You know what? If it doesn't work out, whatever. It's only a card, right? It's not going to make a huge amount. Oh, that's pretty. All right. Oh, I nearly dropped it. I nearly dropped it on my ink pad. So there we go. There's the two differences. It is beautiful and bright. Okay, so I'm going to stamp this randomly around my card, randomly in a triangle fashion. If you haven't heard that one, try to keep your stamping in a triangle. So I'll do another one up here with just a little tip. So 1, 2, 3 up here. 1, 2, 3. I'll do another one over here. Whoa, she's a fumbly fingers today. All right, another one over here. And it's good because all these little snowflake points seem to want to interlock with each other. So I'm not getting overlapping. 1, 2, 3. And then next one, 1, 2, another one down here. I don't think I need to ink up too much down here. I should perhaps ink it a little bit more just in case. It'll be just my luck. Sorry if my head's getting in the way too. All right, okay, so now the next question is, should I keep with my idea of putting white in the middle, or should I go for the darker purple? That's the darker purple there. So white or purple while I clean up my mess. That's pretty. I still think white would probably be quite nice. And that background has faded nicely and just sort of mixed in. Yeah, I know. It got me, but whoa. Making a mess everywhere this morning. Making a mess. All right. While I'm waiting, white, still white? Okay. I was going to say, while I am waiting, I will tell you about the advent calendar that we have got. You know how I've seen so many advent calendars popping up in my feed advertising. There's one for like fingernails, must be nail polishers and different ones like that. That one was $345. But just as well, I'm not really into fingernails. And I saw a book one, and I've seen perfume and moisturizers and all sorts of luxury advent calendars. And now Stampin' Up have got one. Yay! So mine is on its way. I was hoping it was going to be here today, but there's a bit of a glitch with my ordering. And ours is a 12 days of crafting, and it looks super, super fun. And so I have decided, one of my teamies actually said, because I said, I know I'm not going to be able to control myself and I'm going to want to open everything at once, and I shouldn't do that. And but she said there's just over 12 weeks until Christmas. And I thought, yep, you beauty. I am going to do what she's going to do and open one a week. So starting on, well, hopefully next Monday, I will be able to share one of the doors. I will put a spoiler alert up. But, and they're not Christmas based, so you can use them anytime you want. So I've just dusted with the, what do you call it? The little embossing powder buddy thing, just in case there's any wetness still on that, because I don't want white sticking where it doesn't want to stick. And I did my fancy funnel, and I've got my Versamark and my embossing powder. So I'm going to try and be clever and stamp them all at once. Now there's a couple of different inserts that you can pop into these. Excuse me, my head is going to come right in, I can tell. Oops, so we line these up into there. There are actually 3 little dots in the center as well of these. So I'll get these 3 big ones done first, and then I've got those 2 that are hanging off the edge. So oops, get them lined up a little bit better. And that one. Talking to myself, I really should clean these blocks. I'm having a hard time even seeing through them. All right, let's get these 3 done, and then I'll go back and get those edges ones. Oh my gosh, my hair is just falling out everywhere. All right. Yes, so I think that's what I will do, and then that way I can make things with the contents of the calendar, and then the following week I'll have even more stuff to put on my cards, and then the week after I'll have even more. And So I know it's $173 in Australia, and there is more value in the advent calendar than what there is than what you're paying for, but I'm not sure how much. But each day works out to be like, because there's a stamp set included as well, so each day works out to be $13.30 I worked out. So each little door. And of course, if you get it before the end of September, then you also qualify for all of my birthday rewards. This one. Well, I guess times are going to change too. We are actually, our daylight savings starts in just over a week. So I guess times are going to change all over again as well. All right, so this one's only got a tiny little bit on it. I still want to get them. I could leave them, but this one's only got a tiny little bit on it as well. So just finish these two up. I should have tried to plan my snowflakes a bit better. I've got two hanging off that edge and none hanging off the other side. That's okay. I'm sure that whoever receives their Christmas card will just be happy that they're getting a Christmas card and not go, oh, she's off with her placement. So I hope they don't say that. All right, there we go. Put you away. Oh, and have you noticed, oh, you probably can't see because I got the big screen up. I tried to clean up the back of my bench a little bit because it was getting so crowded. It was just piling up with cards everywhere. So I cleaned it off a little bit. Now when I turn around to put my heat tool away, it's all on its own instead of crowded. Okay, so I have, well, I did get some blueberry bushel, but I won't need that anymore. I have got a white card base. So I'm thinking that this is just going to be a fairly simple design. Oops. Because I quite like all that. You see all that little texture in the background? I know that the snowflakes have taken the main stage, but just that background is really quite subtle going on there. So, and of course you can do these in any color. All right, so I've got that going on, and then I thought I do like some of the sentiments in, well, obviously not warmest winter wishes because it's summer over here when we have Christmas, but I do like the other ones. But I thought I might go for the traditional labels because I really like this die here. And I thought I might pop it across there and have like a nice big bold statement cut. So I have got some balmy blue or white. Balmy blue or white. So I would do white on balmy blue, or I would do azure afternoon on white. Let me know in the comments. What can I do while I'm waiting for the comments to come through? That texture is really pretty. Really, really pretty. Sharon, who's in my team, she did one. I'm pretty sure she used balmy blue as well. And her background was really cool. And she had I don't know whether we've still got it or whether it was a retired one, but it was like the falling snowflakes. So they were really spread out and they're just little tiny ones like that. So they were sprinkling down and that looked really, really good. Okay. Oh gosh. Okay. Well, it's a tie at the moment. One for the light blue, one for the white. I'll put them on here. The background color I used was balmy blue. Balmy blue with white embossing powder. Okay, 2 for that. This is going for the win so far. Balmy blue with white. So yeah, so the background color is balmy blue, and then I've stamped azure on with the snowflake. All right, let me die cut this. I'm not opposed to die cutting both of them and seeing where we land either, because I know that I'll end up using that label die for another project. Okay. So it might give us a better idea of what we're looking at too. And I do find you have to be quite careful popping these out because there's no little release. I think they should have put a little release hole in there, but because when there's actually like a little slit in between the two, and there's little slits on the side here as well, so it can be quite a delicate. All right, so that's what that one's going to look like. And let me just die cut one of these because I can, and I'll show you what that one's going to look. Ooh, is it going to fit? Just it's just oh, I think I might have some. Oh wait, was that? Oh, don't stop, pesky thing. I was thinking I had some balmy blue ribbony stuff, but now I'm thinking it might be pool party. I don't know. You just have to be a little bit careful with them. Or, oh, see, sometimes it pays to die cut both colours. Now what say you, good people? Azure afternoon or still on the balmy blue with white? I am thinking the white now. Oh, just go and muck everything up. Oh, sometimes you just know, don't you? Okay. And I think I'm going to use, oh, and I've cleaned up some of my table as well. So now instead of my little baby cut and emboss being surrounded by junky stuff, it's on its own. Oh, now I just need to get a damp cloth and wipe all the paper dust off. Seasons and greetings. Different block, that one. Balmy blue still? White has a pop. All right. Yeah, I'm half tempted to. Well, I think I'm pretty well going to go with this one. Excuse me if my head gets in. Did I use the right one? Oh yeah. All right. Excuse me if my top of my head gets in. You'll be able to see all my grey hairs. Oops, is that round the right way? Oh yeah. Just looks like it's not sitting properly. I think there's only one way that this goes. Oh no, that one sits better this way. Oh, that was anyway. Talking to myself. Never mind, don't mind me. Oh yeah. Now I have to get up off my chair for a second and have a look in my little, behind me in my cupboard. I have got all my ribbons and stuff, and I'm pretty sure that I have got, now I'm kicking all the stuff that I put on the floor. I thought I had, look at that, I've got some balmy blue, and I think that's all I have. So I've got that, balmy blue, and behind me I have got embellishments. I was going to pop an embellishment in the center of each one, but because it's got embossing powder on it, ooh, has that got balmy blue in it? It might not suit though. Might just be good old. Oh, those are they might be a bit big. Oh, I don't know. They're pretty. I really like these. Are the druzy ones. but they might just be good old rhinestones for the win, I think. Silver ribbon. Oh, do I have any? You know, I severely lack in the ribbon department. I don't use a whole lot of ribbon anymore, and I've got that, but it's dark blue, but that's got although I don't know what colour that is. What colour are you? You are Misty Moonlight. It's got silver in it. I thought I had some white with silver. We need just some silver thread. What are you? All my ribbons, most of my ribbons all retired. I thought I had a white. Obviously I don't anymore. Oh, and I'm taking too long, so I'm taking far too long, and I think this one's just going to be too wrong. So anyway, we'll go back to this. I think, I don't know whether even this is retired or not. Baker's Twine 3-colour pack. That tells me a lot. I think it's Lemon Lolly, Calypso Coral, and Balmy Blue maybe. All right, let's see what we can do behind this. All right, so what I'm going to do is just pop a little bit of adhesive behind there, and let's see what sort of, because it's quite soft, so it's going to, oh, and my fingers are sticking to, oops, don't tear it, please don't tear it. So I'm just going to sort of loopy backwards and forwards for a little bit, because I know that if I keep this up, it's going to tear my, oh, that's sticky. It's going to tear, and I don't want it to tear. So I've just got a little bit of a loopy loop going on back there, and I think that you will do. When you're using the twine, when it's really soft, you sort of got to keep it a little bit tight, like keep those loops a little bit more closer to the card rather than let it just flop everywhere, because it won't, oh, now you can barely see it. Oh, well, whatever. You can, it'll flop around too much. All right, I'm going to go hefty on my tape today because it's got a little bit of wrinkle going on in it. So I'm going to put a fair bit in. Of course, if you're, I mean, this one doesn't have any wrinkle in it, the playtime that I did this morning. So if you allow it to just settle naturally, it'll probably all disappear, but it's had a lot of heat on it. Man, I've got blue everywhere. I'm an inky one today. All right, and like I said, it's just a really, really simple card today. Nothing flash in terms of, oh, I'm at the end of this too. Nothing flash in the terms of layering or anything like that. I'm trying to think what I'm trying to say. All right, let's get a couple of these guys down to put some over there as well. Oh, that's sticky. Put that down. It's probably enough. Okay. I wish we had, like, just, I need to look and see whether, because we possibly do, just some silver and gold thread again. That would be really nice. And I'm going to pop it. I normally like to pop things right down the bottom, but because we've got these going on, I'm just going to try and fit them in between. And this is a really nice long die as well. It almost covers from edge to edge. So that's good. And then we'll just pop one of these on. I don't think that, I think, yeah, I'm not going to put them where they are. I think I'm just going to put them where I want them. Oops, if I can pick them up. Sort of, I do want them over here. I they just look like they're sticking out on their own. Maybe I'll do them on the opposite side. Here we go. Oops. And another small one, and we'll pop you up around here. There we go. Whatever. I reckon that would look really pretty. Deb says, I wonder what silver embossing on the snowflakes would look like. I reckon that would be super pretty. They are really, really delicate. So I'm going to bring this up and show you. Up here, I pressed too hard and I haven't got that fine look to it. But these ones, I don't think I pressed as hard, and I've got all the detail in it. So as long as you don't press too hard with your Versamark ink, I think that they would come up really nicely, because they are pretty delicate. Well, obviously they're called delicate pines, aren't they? So they are super fine. But there's my card, just keeping it really simple. But you know, I think when you get to the Christmas time and you're making a whole stack of cards, I mean birthday cards and thank you cards and all that sort of stuff, you sort of just make them and keep in your stash. But Christmas time is when you want to make them and then send them out straight away. But so I think simple cards that have still got a little bit of interest in them are great for Christmas, because they don't take so long. I mean, well, I've been going for just over half an hour, and I've been waffling an awful lot too. So, and making up my mind. And so that's it for today's card. Oh, and there's one more thing on my list. I wrote down my list. One more thing that I wanted to tell you, and that is in October, we are having, I'm just going to come back. We are having a joining offer. So if you have been wanting to join, thinking about joining, or wanting to come back, we've got two offers. Now, the amounts are going to be different if you're in the US or if you're in Canada, and so you go to your markets, obviously. In Australia, it's the same amount of freebies. So the first one is $60. You can join for $60 and you get $235 worth of product to choose from. So that's an extra $175 worth of free product. Or if you've got some bigger ticket items that you want to get, like a cut and emboss machine or something like that, $169 will get you $344 worth of free product. So it's the same amount for both options. It just depends on how much you want to get. But don't forget, you can take the $60 offer, join up, and then you'll get 20% on your orders straight away, and you'll also get Stampin' Rewards on that as well. So that may be a better deal, just depends on what you're after. So okay, but that's it for me. So don't forget, World Card Making Day, my birthday promotion, is coming to an end very, very soon. The advent calendar is out there as well, and the joining offer coming up for next month, not this month, next month. So still lots of things going on, and of course all the new catalogs and stuff. September's been massive. It's been huge. There's just been so much on. I think my brain is getting a little bit fried, to tell you the truth. I took the other day off on Monday. I thought, blow it, I'm not doing any work. And so that was my birthday. And I tried to do some colouring in. I'm going to show you quickly, because I've been working on this for a while now, and I've done all the marker work, and now I'm doing the colouring pencil over the top, and I'm just not getting it. I'm not feeling it. So my instructor said to me, you need to colour sloppy. How do you colour sloppy? So now I've got to figure out how I'm going to colour in a sloppy way to get them a little bit more realistic. Oh my gosh. Anyway, so I thought that would be a nice chill for my brain, but it wasn't. It was just like, so anyway, I am waffling now. I am going to head off, and thank you very much for joining me today. And oh, I forgot to say, if you want the written instructions for this one, head over to alisatilsner.com. It's on the screen at the moment, and you can sign up for my newsletter, and you also get access to my freebie library, which has got over 100 tutorials in there at the moment, and then each, when I finally catch up, because I'm still not caught up, I've still got a year's worth of tutorials to put in there, then these cards will go into the library as well. I know, sloppy colouring, I know that's hard. I said to her, how is one supposed to sloppy colour? So I don't even know what that means. So, but thanks very much. And we will catch you again next week. Bye.